to Tucson, Arizona, and the stadium where they bear down for the Arizona Wildcats. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Arizona's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes and big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air. It's Stark. Quickly to the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Ball is loose. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Puts it out of the air. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Motion from the wide receiver. To the ground. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Stark. Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
From the gun on third down. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Arizona. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Fresno State's offense has the ball for the first time. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Trying play action. Got his man quickly. They get him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain. It's first down, Fresno State. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Brings up second down.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. We'll see what the D does, but this crowd bearing down and getting loud on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Pass the tag. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Wildcats! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. This senior has seen it all behind center over his career, but not much going so far. They thought they'd be able to... And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down. And now maybe...
There he goes! And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Arizona! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. And this less than stellar performance is something you just can't afford when you have a veteran signal caller. They just haven't found any rhythm whatsoever in the passing game, and it's cost them on the scoreboard. They'll have to come from behind and then love to get something going here. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. The best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got his man downfield. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Fresno State. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The give on the inside. And he's wrestled to the ground. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to pass. It's Stark. Firing to the right, complete. Breaks into the open. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Got the first down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Hard running there. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. He'll need to unleash his thunderfoot on this 56-yard attempt from the right hash. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. From the gun, running back gets the give. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Arizona Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give out of the gun. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Fresno State right back to the line.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Powers through the defender. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Off the play fake. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Quickly out to the tight end. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. Kick is in the air. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to throw, it's Stark.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
They'll run it from the gun. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
At the 10-yard line. Offense facing
Arizona runs out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points, start thinking about...
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. He'll do it himself. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Stark. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Gives it on the option. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one splits the uprights. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. USC is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply don't see from the men of Troy. Embarrassing. They're trailing by 17 to Georgia. We are the eyes and ears of of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finding an escape route. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Rides to back and leaves it. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Brings up 3rd down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Gets it out fast. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses it.
Look out, he's got room. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Complete to the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll try the run. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Back to throw. It's Stark. Hauls it in. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Floats it out in space. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for a loss of yards.
He might want another play. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Finds a tight end. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. He's open on the right. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go to the ground. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Fresno State will have to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock.
Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Biggest drive of the game coming up right now as this team tries to win it in regulation. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Stark. He wants to take the top off. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, fourth quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
The lone back's got it.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes a tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
It's complete on the right side. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. They believe they can run right here. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And, man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last time out when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And this to put them on top as we get close to closing time. And it slips just inside that right upright. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Stark. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like, to understand, like, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.